Oh, there he is. Alright, we're going live.
Got a blast.
Yep. I am gonna pull up the stream and make sure everything sounds good. I've learned my mistake with that one. Could you guys, like, talk some so I can hear you guys?
Oh shit, I'm sorry, we thought you were testing a thing.
You act as if I was supposed to know.
You need us to talk more, or you got it?
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm kind of
So how
mad
was
at how
your day,
clean.
Michael?
I boosted,
Oh, I didn't even talk over you, Chris.
That's all
Or
the...
you.
boosted you guys a little. Alright.
Now we shall never know how
don't-
Michael's day was.
Yeah.
You can tell us about
Too
your day,
bad,
Michael. I'm okay with that, but I'm gonna start the game.
I didn't have an amazing day. I guess it's not the worst though. I got pulled over and I worked over.
Oof.
I only got a written warning for the pullover though, so happy
The
about that.
Asian
That's
village.
good. The Asian village.
Which part of Asia, Jimmy Neutron game?
Why not the Bijan village?
Why not the Bee Gees village?
The BG.
Retroville Japanese style. What once was a
No, it's
quiet
the
urban
Asian.
area is now full
Neutron
of
game, you have
bamboo
answered my
forests,
question.
Japanese architecture, sumo
Japanese
stadiums,
art?
and masters of
Yeah,
martial
fucking-
arts. Time
Yeah,
to enter the dragon.
The speed of the god,
That's
it dropped
good.
to like 50%. The emulator is not.
He's fucking dead.
No,
I love how
goodness.
Jimmy brought a gun to a kung fu fight.
Goodness gracious, it was not this bad last time, I don't think.
No,
Me too.
no, it was not.
You take your kid to his martial arts match and he just pulls out a fucking gun. He's been taking.
Give me just a second.
But instead he just pulls out a fucking gun.
Gonna try that again here.
Yo, maybe the graphics are too powerful for the PS2.
Hey, that went well.
These are some
Yeah.
powerful graphics.
Powerful intro screens.
I missed the beginning of this game, but Jimmy looks like this is the best Jimmy's looked by far.
Yes, absolutely. This is the best Jimmy has looked. Yeah, we played through level 1 last time without you, but
Jimmy
all,
never looked bimmier.
all you missed was Jimmy shooting up the school.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not even a lie.
No, he fucking killed like 8 butches.
Retroville, what once was Japanese.
That's a little better.
Okay, not really. We're gonna kill these guys so that there's fewer assets on screen.
No,
This is
you know
like-
what?
I
Yeah,
think
no.
Okay, bullets don't go that far.
It does make the death animations funnier though.
There we go. Now we're running at like a normal speed. Oh my god, the aim is fucking awful on this shit.
I mean, you know, the frame rate sucks, but we also have to remember this is a PS2 game.
I am putting this on the emulator more than I am putting it on the game.
I know. I'm just saying, like, the game it's definitely the emulator, but, like, you know, this isn't gonna be like 60 frames.
Ah, goddamn.
Oh, almost got it.
We almost footballed Jimmy.
Come on, Jimmy, football yourself.
Do the football.
Become the football.
Do the Arnold.
I mean...
This'll show Cindy for calling me football head.
What
Okay.
what is...
What you did there was prover theory.
A game theory.
What is Jimmy's head if not Arnold's head rotated?
Jimmy's head is a peanut.
Yeah.
I can't get these batteries in the basketball hoops. Like,
Seems like when there's multiple characters on the screen, the game like fucks up.
Can I go inside? No, okay. We're already locked out.
Well, hopefully this will be the only level that has more than one enemy on the screen.
Every level from this point on only has one.
Yeah.
His name is Greg.
And then the game runs well.
Okay,
Wait,
well
hold on,
now it's slowing down for no reason. There's nothing on screen. Come on, man.
It just hates you.
No, it was the car. The car was too much.
We're gonna... Ooh, hey, let's not spill that. Ooh. Well, okay, now we're getting up and getting a napkin. But I'm also gonna look up if, like, solutions to this thing dropping to, like, 10 frames a second.
Your
Alright.
PS2 game turns into a PS1 game.
Oh, if the last game was Jimmy Frontiers, this is Jimmy 06.
Jimmy 06.
Jimmy 06.
You know, speaking of PS2, I've been playing a lot of PS2 games. Thank God nobody looks back at these, because every modern gamer would have a fucking heart attack.
I never had a PS2. I had a PS1 and a PS3.
It's like frames drop. Same thing with the PS3. Like frames drop. Like with the way people talk about frame rate now, like every old like modern day gamer would have an aneurysm playing any game.
Maybe.
I mean, it's certainly not as bad as what's happening right now.
Oh, sometimes. Sometimes this happens.
Jimmy. Sometimes you play, I don't know, it might just be Jimmy Neutron games. They're too high tech for.
Yeah, they're
you
too
know,
advanced. Oh no, like
this isn't gonna play well on a PlayStation 5.
well, no, I was just
Sorry.
done. I just got done playing like Crash, like Bandicoot, and like if you Crash like Wrath of Cortex and the Twin Sanity games, and they have frame issues, and like I'm like, oh, well, that's just Crash, and then I played like Kingdom Hearts and many other games. Frame rate just drops, but it happens. It's whatever. It's not like it ruins the game.
I wish I still had a PS2. I want to play Psychonauts so bad.
Yo, it's great. You should do it.
I was just watching like some guy's videos on it, and I was like, why did nobody tell me how much Psychonauts rules?
Oh, Psychonauts slapped.
Yeah, I want to play Psychonauts. They look like cool games. I mean, there's only two of them. One of them
Yeah.
No, everything about Psychonauts rules. I want to play it so bad.
Can't you get that on modern consoles, like the old one?
Maybe, but I think like, from what I've seen, it's like really expensive to get it from new consoles. Apparently.
I think I have it on my PS4. I'll check.
How expensive is it? Wouldn't it just be like a digital purchase?
Digital purchases are stupidly expensive, my dude.
How? Like what are define stupidly expensive?
$40.
No, I saw one that was like $200 or something, or maybe that's like.
Oh, that's just the physical game.
Yeah, you gotta get a digital copy.
Yeah, the digital copy that I think it was like $40.
motherfucker! I don't want to watch that video yet. Please stop trying to show me that video while I am watching other videos.
Shit.
Is it on Steam?
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is on Steam.
Yeah, just buy it on Steam.
Let me see,
Yeah.
how much is that? I have Baldi's Basics open still.
That's funny.
Psychonauts 1 and 2. It's only $10.
For both of them? Hell yeah.
$10 for 1 and 2?
No, just one.
Oh,
Okay.
you can do it.
It was
I'll
a
get
brand
that.
new game, yeah. Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
What's Psychonauts, Rhombus, and of Ruin?
Do what?
There's Psychonauts, Rhombus of Ruin.
Wait.
What is that? This is from 2018.
Shit, I don't know.
The VR game? Okay.
Oh, probably. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Oh.
Either way, I just still have old-ass hardware, so I just use it.
Oh.
And for me, here's the thing that sucks, right? Is that $10 is perfect for an old game, but when you're asking me to pay $40, abso-fucking-lutely not.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem reasonable. If I want to play it enough, I will. But...
We're gonna see if that helps any, but it may not. I mean, we're still running at 50%.
Still running at maybe...
I can see in the corner of my screen how fast it's running. It's running at 50%. This is 50% speed. Now it's bumping up. Now we're at... Nope, now it's going back down. For no reason, like, what is causing it to go faster and slower? I don't understand.
Some
It's
emulations just suck.
It's not like... I might have to relaunch the game also, I didn't consider that.
Oh, what, some emulations just might suck, or do you have to relaunch it?
That I might have to relaunch it.
The thing that sucks is emulation's a little harder than people give it credit for.
That's fair. That's like moderately better. We will live with this. Who are these characters that I am just killing? I don't... These are not guys from any particular Jimmy Neutron episode.
But yeah, no, emulation's kind of... I don't think we've perfectly done it yet for, like, more modern consoles.
There's a Jimmy Neutron... dice? What is this?
Yeah.
I haven't
It's
seen
the
this yet.
dodecahedron of Jimmy.
Analyzing pickup.
Oh,
Pickup identified as white candy. There are 100 candies to collect.
that sounds like you just picked up
Candy
cocaine.
can be used to buy images. To buy images, go to the gallery.
It's like you shot, and then he attacked it, and when you walked away, the thing that you shot out hit him still.
Storage device found. These boxes can hold bonuses. One of your tools will open the box.
Is that just Goddard on purpose, or is that the game being weird?
Alex Lemon
I
says,
did not
howdy.
mean to do that.
Alex Lemon says, howdy ho gang, I have arrived. Is the Jimmy Neutron retrospect second half coming out soon?
So here's the thing about the Jimmy Neutron retrospective games. I am turning the sound down. It's just a little too loud for me. Okay,
I
well...
actually turned it down on my end.
So I am done with the Season 2... Wait. I am done with the Season 2... Done writing Season 2. But I'm gonna wait till I'm finished with, like, the whole thing before I start, like, recording and releasing these. So... I suspect Part 2 will be out late December, early January? That's my hope. That's what I'm shooting for right now. That may be generous, but that's what I'm shooting for at the moment.
There you have it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I enjoyed your part 1 a lot.
Still need to complete it, but I'm liking what I got.
I think I watched it before it was like fully edited though. So I don't know. I think I watched it with like the blackouts. There weren't a lot of them though. It was like a pretty edited video at that point.
Yeah.
I did rewatch the commentary of all the edits in it. Very well done. I enjoyed it.
You know what's funny is that this reminds me a lot of the music from Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Yeah, I agree with that. I knew it reminded me of something, honestly, and now that you say that, yeah, that's absolutely what it is. I only ever played Ty 3, but to my understanding, the music's pretty similar in all 3.
Yeah, I mean, 3 is kind of like the edgy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Let me hit record on this.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, YouTube is recording this. I can just take it off of YouTube, but it's so much more convenient for me if I just record it on my own end as well.
Yeah.
And
CD Gaming, so sorry, go ahead.
It's literally a button. CD Gaming's on board. Welcome aboard, CD Gaming. Oh
Yes.
my god. Like, they give you a pretty good range with the bullet. The bullet, like, has a pretty wide hitbox, but oh my god, it's hard to aim.
Oh. Do you want me to look at chat, Matt? Because if you have it pulled up, I don't have to.
I have it pulled up, but you keeping an eye on it is definitely helpful.
You know,
Yeah, we'll do them.
this kind of reminds me of, like, Ratchet and Clank, of where the first game has, like... It's a good game, but the first game has, like, no auto-aim to it. So, like, a lot of enemies could easily fuck you up, and I don't think that that'll happen in this game. But, like, it seems to be, like, a common issue in, like, the PS2, you know, PS3 era of, like, auto-aim wasn't a thing yet. Or auto-aim assist, I guess is the better way to put it.
Yeah, even, like, a crosshairs would help me out a lot.
Yeah, I think for a game like this, aim assist would be a little better, only because it, like, slightly guides you without you noticing it to where you need to shoot. So it's kind of like an auto. A crosshair would be nice too. I just think that, you know, if the game kind of did it better. But this game looks like it actually plays very well, and something that if I had as a kid, I probably would have enjoyed.
Yeah, so far the aim is the only problem I've had. I did have this one as a kid. I had this in Attack of the Twonkies. And, thank God I didn't have the movie game, because God, that shit sucked.
that was like... It felt, I don't know, to me it like almost felt like more... I'm trying to figure the right way to say it, like a little bit more cohesive than the PC one, but like significantly more miserable to play.
So
Where
the PC one,
is just putting you all over the fucking place.
the PC one feels like every PC port back in that era, right? Of where, like, they're like, hey, here's a movie game. It's generally what we give you. It's not gonna be anything like the movie, but hey.
Yes, in the Shark Tale game, you will have to become more famous in order to talk to Sykes.
For sale, okay, well, now our goal is to earn enough money in this game to buy this house.
Sounds good.
Alright, cool. Jimmy's
So then you
gonna
can get
own
the
a house.
battery.
Fuck off.
You jump on the car?
I can't jump on the car.
Jimmy is
I
gonna
did it
be a
earlier.
homeowner.
You CD Gaming says you should watch Nookie. It is an ET
Nookie.
ripoff worse than Mackie.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Nuki.
at pictures of this dude.
Nuki is on my list. I am going to watch it soon.
Yeah, it's a little guy, little character.
I see not JPEG in chat as well.
Yeah, I was about to mention him with 2 emojis, the trophy and the medal. Probably for you, Matt, for enduring these games. Nuki, like, I don't know, he kind of reminds me of, like, something that, like, Zach Hadel, the Smile and Friends guy, would, like, draw as a joke in 3D.
Yes. Mac and Me, I think, is actually very funny. I quite enjoy Mac and Me. Nuki, from what I have heard, is, like, obnoxious as shit. Okay, so there's, like, straight up no way to get over there. Alright.
Hold on, could you look at the yard?
This yard? I think there's some, like, upgrade I have to get before I can, like, get over the fence.
Okay, so it looks like you could do a roundabout thing because there's a box in the yard right by the fence.
Mm-hmm.
So that on the other side or whatever, it seems like you have to go through a lot of yards to do it, but you could also probably get an upgrade. Look, I have no clue how this game works. I can't act like I do.
You know, we were doing pretty good, and then the frame rate just dropped to like 40% again.
Feels like it's gonna be on and off. Mac and Me, I somehow I've heard of that movie. I'm just not sure how.
I've probably talked about it.
Probably. Do you own that one? Was that part of your collection?
I have it on VHS.
Yeah, I think. Okay.
You know, I'm kind of curious about the Jimmy Neutron games on console, and I might review them.
Mitsu, by the way.
Oh my god, we just
They're here.
went to like
right here.
this is the slowest it has been yet. Goodness gracious.
I just kind of want to
Everybody
know how
said
these
some
games
things.
play.
I don't know if anybody heard me say things, but
I haven't heard you in like 10 minutes.
alright, cool.
Discord's being a bully to you again, Mitsu. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't like me.
You need to fucking kill Discord.
You got a stick.
And in
Use
its
the bamboo
place
stick.
arise a new god.
Okay, fuck that.
You gonna save, get out, and start it up again?
Yes.
We need to make you a technical difficulty screen.
I mean, I'm just gonna put up the starting soon image that I use at the start and end of the stream. Hold on. I'm getting
Michael.
a lot of crackling sounds, and I don't know if it's just my headphones or if the computer's doing something weird.
Hey Michael, have you found a DS emulator that you want to use for your Sonic games or no?
No, but I haven't looked.
Okay, well I'll send you. There's two, so there's two good ones. So.
I'm gonna beat Rush on DS before anything, just because if I'm gonna make a video.
I feel like, and I think that's the thing, right? Is that, and this is just how I do it. You should play it on its original hardware,
Right.
and record how you can. I guess I
agree, because
that's why my rule is if I don't have it, I'm not gonna review it.
Well, especially because especially because I'm gonna like review it, right? I'm gonna do last call. So if I like say like, oh, the game controls poorly, and then it's all because I'm trying to play a fucking DS game on a computer, you know, it's not really. You're gonna be able to invalidate a lot of what I'm gonna say. I think that the game controls really well. I remember liking it when I was a kid, but I just feel like it's actually kind of hard. I don't know. Do you think Rush is hard, or am I just fucking stupid?
I don't know.
Isn't Colors for DS kind of
It's
like
Rush. Yeah, it's just Rush.
Rush 3.
Yeah.
I like Rush. It's just like I'm on level 3 and I keep getting game over. Like there's just I don't know, like it's so easy to fuck up.
I feel like Rush is like, oh man, I don't know how to put it. Rush is like difficult in places, but like once you get past it, it's like butter.
Yeah, you can go for like bursts of it not being difficult, but
I think it does that like advanced problem of where it's like, hey, here's a long strip of nothing, and then bottomless pit or spikes or spring that shoots you into spikes.
We got a question from Matt in the chat here. Are you available for a question, Matt?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay.
Questions.
Any other cartoon and/or TV show based on video game live streams in the future? Also, can't wait for more brand new weird movie reviews. He added a question mark to that, so I think that they're questioning whether or not they're excited.
I do want to do the Nicktoons Unite games.
You answered my question. I was gonna ask you that. Well,
oh, come on. I saved way later than this. Fuck off.
Do you have all your items still?
I'm down to 1 life, just like when I saved.
You only have the... Yeah.
And it's still running like ass. Okay, there is no way to fix that. It's just gonna run at 40% the whole time. Well, not the whole time. It's gonna run at variable frame rates, including but not limited to 40% the whole time.
This might be a silly question. Do you have anything, like, how much do you have open on your computer right now?
The only thing I have open besides, like, this OBS and Discord is, Photoshop.
I mean, it might be worth closing Photoshop. It's an Adobe program. It can slow things down. I don't know if it'll help a lot, but it might help a little bit. I haven't had a good run-in with emulation either so far.
Oh my god. This is worse? How is it worse? It was better earlier!
What is the emulator you're using?
Hold on. PCSX2.
CD Gaming says, I don't think Nicktoons Unite is a good game.
Oh, look at that. There we go.
Is it good?
No, I can go full screen now, though.
Oh. Yeah, if you don't move at all, the frame rate looks pretty decent, actually. I liked Nicktoons Unite when I was a kid, but I only played the original one on GameCube, but I have not revisited it. All I remember, the levels are fucking long. There's not a lot of levels, though. There's like 2 or 3 per character. I think Jimmy only gets 1. And they are lengthy, so if you game over, it's like, it's devastating to get a game over in Nicktoons Unite. You'll be sent back like an hour or 2.
Yeah, that's the main criticism I've heard is, like, the levels are way too long.
I mean, I don't mind really long levels, it's not really... I don't think it really works best for, for like a game with lives.
That did nothing. You know? That did nothing at all.
Like, lengthy levels and lives are not 2 things that go well together.
If you don't mind me doing a little bit of research, I think I can find a better emulator.
I mean, be my guest, but this is what we're stuck with for at least the night.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying, the issue right now is, from what it seems, this has an issue with a lot of computers.
Mm-hmm.
And if it works with, like, way newer computers, but, like, one of the biggest problems, if it's not a gaming PC, this emulator seems to have issues.
Gotcha.
It's the best, but it's... You know.
CD Gaming says, I watched a movie called Pocket Ninjas. It is one of the most horrible things I've seen. The poster is really goofy, I'll say that much.
Is it the cover with the fucking kids dressed as Sub-Zero and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat? Because they don't dress like that in the movie.
It's actually one where like the background is like bright yellow and they're all poorly photoshopped up onto it.
Okay.
I do see the one you're talking about too.
So I had a copy of Pocket Ninja, and I was like, yeah, this movie's not that interesting. I'm selling this. And then I opened the P.O. box to have people send me movies, and someone sent me Pocket Ninjas, and I'm like, okay, well.
Maybe it was CD Gaming.
I think it was John Cleveland.
John
He,
Oh my gosh, no. Get away from that. Nugget. Oh my goodness, calm down.
There's so many like related search results to
Sir,
Pocket
calm
Ninja.
down. Sit.
I found one called Little Bigfoot. I love the
Okay.
poster. I'm gonna post it.
Sit. Sit. Oh my
Pocket
goodness.
Pocket Ninjas has some Hollow Victories potential, I think.
Ooh. Is it a movie with like any form of notoriety to it?
Yeah, people. This is like pretty. It's like a pretty infamous, like bad movie.
Okay.
Nugget is such a small dog, but he is so dense. Like, he jumps on you and it feels like somebody dropped some bricks on you. It's like, oh,
Does he have some Chihuahua in him? Because that's
maybe.
every
I don't know.
Chihuahua I have ever met.
He's a purebred Tibetan Spaniel.
Yeah, I'm gonna scream the next time I get sent to a YouTube video.
Wait, what? Sent? What do you mean? What?
Looking for a way to fix the frame rate. And every like link I click on, they're like, "Have you checked out this YouTube video?" And I'm like, I don't want to watch it.
I don't
The
want to
YouTube
watch
video.
a YouTube video on how to fix it. I just want you to tell me how to fix it.
Look, I would totally watch more videos on how to fix shit if I could see the dislike button, but I can't. So
Yeah, fuck you, YouTube.
I sent you a thing that may fix it, but we'll have to see next time. So I don't think you want to fuck with the settings right now.
I think you should just give it a nice kiss.
I've been
What?
fucking with the settings.
What? Why do you say that I'm right-handed?
This is not good for left-handed people.
Yeah, I've done 2 emulations. One was for Triple Trouble, and honestly, it ran okay, but the music's kind of fucked up until I switched over to Firefox.
Oh, there you go.
So it wasn't even like doing an emulation like download. I was like, it was on a
Give me
website.
my time too, so.
That makes sense.
But Firefox, it sounded and controlled great, and then on Chrome, it didn't really control bad most of the times. Like maybe it was going just a tad bit slower than it was supposed to, but not even to a point where it's that noticeable. But the audio is pretty noticeable. It gets jittery sometimes.
I have so much stuff on the ground.
But then 06, I got an actual emulator for it. It's like I don't know if it's because it's 06 or it's because of the emulator. That's like the thing.
You're using the Xbox or PS4? 3.
Oh my
I'm using,
God, why
I'm
are
using
you
the one
being
that you specifically.
Yeah, that one should be fine. It might just be the game.
It could be my computer. Not every computer is built for this sort of thing. You know?
Yeah, the problem with emulation is you're like asking a computer to do a lot.
Yeah, and some people have like gateman PCs that are like more capable of something like that, but my computer is mainly for editing now. It runs Steam okay, but even some games on Steam, like Lost World, for some reason didn't work on Steam that well. So I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't have a gaming PC, and I don't think Matt does either. I think that's what it comes down to.
Thing is, I have a gaming PC, but I don't actually game on it. It's just it's good for editing because it has so much extra shit to it.
Yeah, it's like a bummer when something doesn't work, but it's just how it is sometimes.
I mean, to be fair, me and Olivia need to upgrade our PC. But,
This baby right here is killing the frame rate. Let me collect it. Let me collect the thing. So that you can stop running at 0 frames a second.
at 2 frames in a chip.
Why are you not letting me collect it? I collected it last time just fine. Let me collect it. What is going on? Why... There we go. Fuck.
But yeah, no, emulation's one of those, like...
Yeah, it's working much better now.
I feel like emulation's a thing that we gotta ask. We're asking people that aren't aren't programmers to do something that, like, a team would normally do.
It's, I mean, like, yeah, it's a passion thing, so...
Yeah, well, I mean...
better do it well.
I mean, 1, you're doing it without the disc. 2, you're already going against piracy or anti-piracy measures, which are bitches. Like, you.
Hey man, if fucking game companies cared a little more about preserving their games, maybe we wouldn't do this shit.
No, I'm not.
Maybe
against
we
it.
wouldn't have to deal with this. Maybe
Look, I'm not
you
against
just.
it. Like, I am absolutely not against emulation, because I don't even care. Even if they were good at it, there's an inevitable point on where we just can't, you know?
Oh.
So...
Games definitely are, like... They do kind of, like, run more of a risk to be lost at time than movies do.
Yeah. Debatable. It's like, there's a lot of video games that aren't lost, but there's a lot of films that are just straight up gone.
Well, there's probably more lost films than lost video games, but that's just because the film medium has been around for so long.
And listen, like, film in its infancy was not good about preservation.
Yeah.
So maybe...
Right.
Maybe we'll hit a point where, like, preservation of video games is, like, a little better than it is now.
Yeah.
Because films definitely have hit that point.
I would argue that gaming's a little better only because, like...
I would not.
Cause see, like, here's the thing, right?
There's like beloved movies that you can still buy from the studio, where video games, it's like, with Nintendo especially, often you cannot.
For sure. I mean, I guess that's the point that I'm trying to bring up, is that, like, emulation, there's at least commonly multiple... Like, let me put it this way. You can get games that are no longer on shelves, that are translated, you know, that will probably never come out again. Hell, we got Sox Rocks the... whatever the hell that is. Sox Rocks the Hill?
Yeah, Sox Rocks
Yeah.
Capitol Hill.
Yeah, tell me honestly, like, when it comes to film, like, we don't even have Metropolis completely, I think. Is that one of them?
Yeah, Metropolis is still missing a few scenes. But we do have Metropolis, most of it. But
like,
a lot of films from, like, the silent era are lost.
yeah, like, we can't say that about games. It's most of them are emulated. It's not just because the company doesn't release it doesn't mean that it's, you know.
That's the thing, is, like, gaming fans have done a better job preserving games than the actual companies that make the games, you know?
Well, and for sure. I also, we just have to, like, also come to the conclusion that inevitably, just because we like games, they're going to be lost, you know, to paying time. Like, for instance, there's a Batman game, one of my favorites, done by Sunsoft. That company's gone, right? So the only way you can do it is by playing it on the NES, or, you know, or emulating it, because there's no way that, you know, the company, like, the biggest problem with gaming is that there's companies that are involved, right? Some that don't exist and some that are in, like, this weird-ass limbo. It's kind of like TV, of where you better hope somebody recorded it, you know?
Yeah.
Or it's just gone.
Stuff their games in jars and store them in a cold climate.
But, I mean, the other thing about, like, games versus film is, like, film, you're always playing the same way. Granted, like, you know, we've gone from, like, VHS to DVD
That's
to
what I was about to
Blu-ray.
bring up, yeah.
But, you know, still, like, most people can still play DVDs. Like, most Blu-ray players will play DVDs. And, you know, then there's the whole, like, just like actual film strips. Most films are just on actual film strips somewhere. Motherfucker. Where with games, like, you know, the console market, the consoles are constantly evolving, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Like,
and it's not like games can't be, like, for instance, the biggest other issue that we also have to remember is that sometimes games, even though they are preserved, there's a point where we also have to ask what assets are still around, right?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Kingdom Hearts is a game, the first one, missing. It's missing, and that's a pretty big company from Square Enix and Disney that has a whole game that got corrupted and the data's gone, so they had to remake it. So, there's, like, a lot of that happening. So, like, Jimmy Neutron, like, let's be real here. This game is great. They preserved it the best they could, but you know damn well it's not on a computer anymore. The assets for this are gone.
No. This game exists currently because someone out there ripped the disc and has emulated it for us.
Yeah. And, like,
Now,
I think...
I still have a physical copy of this. I can walk over and pull the disc off my shelf. But I don't have a PS2 that runs, nor do I have a way to stream the PS2 running it.
Yeah,
but I do still have the game.
Yeah, I just think that gaming preservation is always going to surpass film because there's so many games that are emulated today. Hell, how much do you guys know about the Magnavox Odyssey? Right? That shit is literal lines and dots, and they've emulated that. They have the Vectrex, which is just lines and, you know, 3D kind of lines and shit, and they've had that. You know, the Virtual Boy is even emulated, so I mean...
I think that, yeah, I guess my point, and I hear where you're coming from now, is like, I guess like official preservation, you know, is probably more so done in film, but I do think it's like pretty, you know, people can't just rip games, so like it is like, I think like game preservation has always been more done like by the people playing. So,
yeah, exactly, and I do think that there's a point where we do have to let go of game to a degree. Like for instance, if the PS5 can play PS1 to now, that would be a super expensive console. It requires so much time, shit. Like consoles wouldn't even be worth playing anymore. There's a point where we have to kind of let them go. You know,
wait, hold on. What do you mean by that? Because
okay.
Consoles would definitely be worth playing if they could play other games that are not the games that are only on that system.
Would you pay $1,000 for it?
Well, here's the thing, probably not. But the thing is, they don't have to be that much money. They don't have to be as much money as they are now.
The problem is
iconic Jimmy Neutron character.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that, like, at the end of the day, we say that, but like, if you know how much is put into a console being able to play backwards games, it's way more money and time that just the companies do not, or they might have, it's just you don't have it, and it wouldn't be worth it for them to sell because no one would buy it.
Right.
Like,
hey, wow, a place where the slowdown actually helps. Oh, fuck,
like,
which... I'm playing this on an Xbox controller, I don't actually know which shape is which button.
Well, good luck. But, like, for instance, the PS2, Wii are, like, the perfect examples of a console literally having another console built into it. the Wii is not emulating a GameCube. It is a GameCube, and the PS2 has a, PlayStation 1 in it. You are literally, paying for an extra console. So, and that's how it's backwards compatible. And that's why the Xbox actually has an issue with backwards compatibility, because they have to run off of emulation, which not every game is going to be emulated. So there's a point where, like I said, it's either too expensive to do it, so we can't get it perfected, or, or it's going to get lost to time. Shit's just going to happen. It would just be way more expensive.
I think the answer is to just, I think ultimately the answer is less for people to accept that the game is going away and more for companies to accept they're not making money off of this particular game anymore.
Oh, for sure.
Like, just let it be out in the world. Just let it be out on emulators and stuff. Anyway, I'm going with my family to go get a Christmas tree because, tradition, family, love, holidays. Balls.
But I'm not trying to have an argument with that.
Jimmy has beaten a 3-time champion sumo wrestler.
A very tiny sumo wrestler.
Just out of the blue. He didn't use like an invention or anything to do it. Jimmy's just a better sumo wrestler than him.
It's all in his head. I mean, literally, Jimmy's head is what.
And he also won a sumo wrestling kimono.
Hell yeah. And I'm not trying to cause a debate. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, we do kind of have to, deal.
I get there's a big difference between film preservation and game preservation. Game preservation is a lot harder.
I guess my perfect example is this: do you expect a Blu-ray player to play VHSs or fuck that, Betamax? Or
it's a lot more.
You buying a Blu-ray player that'll play Laserdisc.
It's a lot more fucked than both movies and video games, though.
Music?
Maybe. That's a conversation I can't contribute to, but go ahead and make that statement after mine. TV shows.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking TV shows are fucking lost already? It's
just gone, yeah.
If the show is not popular enough for, a DVD release or a streaming release, there might be some, person who worked on the show that has a VHS or DVD of it, but I mean it's mostly gone. There are shows that I've tried to look at, there's shows I've tried to find. Just I want to see a specific episode because it has I'll be researching a video, that fucking stupid ABBA video I wanted to do for TV dinners, and several of the episodes, the things in the wiki that just listed every single time an ABBA song got played in a TV show. There's half of those were for shows that if I looked them up on Google, it would show the show, but there's nowhere to watch it. You can't buy a DVD. I don't even know if I'd go as far as to buy a DVD just for that. But you can't buy a DVD. You can't stream it anywhere. It's not on Tubi. And TV shows, streaming illegal streaming websites for those used to be a lot easier to come across.
Oh, can I argue even something? Even popular shows are fucked.
A lot of them are. A lot of them are Netflix, and they don't get a DVD. BoJack, I love that show, but only 2 seasons got a DVD release.
Oh God.
Oh no, I was about to bring up Doctor Who. You can say that.
Well, yeah,
but Doctor Who's fucked. There are episodes that are just gone.
Yeah, there are old shows that are just fucking gone because the networks would just erase the tapes. BBC was fucking awful about it. So many BBC shows are just fucking gone. But
there are soap operas that go on for 60 years, and it's you can't watch the old episodes.
Okay, I died because I touched water.
Okay,
I am Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hold on, hear me out, right? Oh, actually, Sonic doesn't die in water.
He does in Sonic Boom, so fucking fight me.
Sonic Boom's an outlier? Get your shit right? That's an alternate universe. I'm just playing. But, one, Jimmy can sumo wrestle, but he can't fucking swim. Can you actually make that joke?
He also was didn't need to swim. His feet were in the water.
Right?
Yeah, this water here is actually acidic. No, that straight up insta kills you.
Anyways,
even like really popular shows like like fucking Community, like that show. I think the show as a whole will be fine, but I mean, you know, what are future DVD releases? I mean, like, okay, so this might be overthinking it. That Dungeons and Dragons episode, probably one of the best episodes of the show. Netflix and Hulu took that down.
Oh,
so we're like already trying to like take certain episodes out. There's scenes from TV show episodes, like Squidward, you know, the infamous Squidward, like getting his face burnt, and that like one where he's breaking into the Krusty Krab, like scenes are messed up. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
Well, I mean, like early TV, of course, they burned a lot of the tapes, and streaming provides a whole new issue where
another issue in. I actually have to agree with you that TV's worse because there's one big issue that none of us are talking about, and it's the business side of it. So television shows, right, they can be written off as failures, and when they're written off as failures, like Megas XLR, Symbionic Titan, when they are written off as failures, they cannot be ever. They can't, because if there's any profit that comes from it, it's seen as a liability in taxes, right? And that's what happens to some TV shows, mainly cartoons, but
yeah, I mean, like right now, Warner Brothers is absolutely guilty of that.
Well, that's a problem because it gets rid of it completely, and like I have never seen an industry that is openly trying to be like, yeah, no, we don't want this to be out.
Oh yeah, no, and I mean they're being like weirdly open about it now too, because they're saying like, but I mean there was like a recent thing that was said like basically saying like, oh yeah, Batgirl
was one of them,
so they were just like Batgirl's just the start.
Yeah, and I don't. They shouldn't be open about that shit. I'm serious. That's just stupid. I feel like legally you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
I'm not really a fan of like. I mean, I don't know if like I want to like. I don't know how much I want to encourage virtue signaling, but I would not be surprised if there's a lot of people who. Like if someone does take on a show of like Warner Brothers, like a celebrity does, they get a little bit of shit for it now. Like Warner Brothers is like they've done something to their reputation. It's just a question of how badly. Because I think most people who are into animation, most people who are into movies, like big film buffs who like look into the news and see this shit, they're going to care. A majority of people aren't even going to know what's happening. I don't know how big of an issue it actually be, but it's like I could see people saying like no, like if they try to like contact a director to make a movie, like I'm not fucking working with you guys. You're gonna write it off as a tax. You're gonna write it off as a tax.
I feel like a lot of common, like you said, won't care, but I think it's gonna be an issue with a lot of writers and showrunners in the future because that's gonna be a fear.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and like some people are probably going to start half-assing it a little bit more now too, because like I mean, they're just going to cancel. They're just going to do nothing with our show anyway.
Okay, Jimmy, you could have tightrope walked that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like not releasing shows for home media has been like a huge problem. Like I am insanely lucky that before I underwent this, like, Jimmy Neutron thing, they actually did release the whole series. Big ups to fucking Shout Factory. They're, like, putting out the complete series of so many shows, and it's like, oh, thank you.
Yo, Shout Factory, mad up for Mario, because Mario and Zelda, because that would be fucking impossible.
Oh, yeah, no. Because there's so many of those, like, DVDs that just have, like, 2 random episodes on it.
Yeah, the horseshit DVDs, and most of the DVDs are, like, the same damn DVD.
Netflix... I'm, like...
Alright, brain blast time.
We're blasting the brain.
I haven't been looking at chat. Hold on, let's see where chat's at.
I have, but
no, okay. Nothing.
They abandoned
the Timmy Turner.
Sorry, they abandoned who now?
You abandoned us.
I'm gonna argue that I feel like music is like the voluntarily the worst. Like You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the preservation of that one is either because of company or because the artist is like, yeah, no, I don't want to release this again. Like, I feel like TV is the most egregious. But I feel like music is one of those that's like, there are so many lost songs and so many lost, like, albums, even unreleased albums, arguably. Hell, even, like, to find a mixtape of Tupac or Biggie is already, like, impossible. So, you know, like, I guess it's harder because, like, music is so easy to produce, right? And you never know who's gonna be popular. So, like, I feel like music is the biggest gamble of, do I keep this shit or not, right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, imagine, like, meeting, like, I don't know, Biggie or Tupac or even MF Doom when they were starting. You have no fucking clue that this person's mixtape that you own is gonna be something someday. So there's there's like a lot of lost mixtapes and a lot of lost startups and even a lot of lost albums.
Yeah. No, like earlier, it was like a big deal earlier this year that someone like found some. Oh fuck! I'm trying to remember the band name. Like God something something Black Emperors.
Yeah.
But they're like one of their early albums had been like lost for years, and they like someone just found it this year, and that was a big thing.
I don't know if it's the same band, but one of my favorite stories about that is somebody had a lost album that they heard. They swore it was an album. They heard it live, and they're like, "Yeah, the songs are missing." And then they found out, yeah, no, it was on their first album, like their second album. They just reused songs, so it was like a wow, this is a Goose Hunt, and then everyone's like, yeah, it exists. Never mind, it was here the whole time.
What
I mean, to be fair here, of course, it's not like the original mixing, and some people care about that. I'm not one of them, but
yeah,
I lied. I take that back. I am one of them, but it depends on what it is. Like if it's a rock band, it's whatever. You know.
I always think it's weird when a band releases like, oh, here's like the early demo, and I'm like, okay, so it's like a slightly worse mixed version of a song I've already heard.
Yeah.
It's like Alien Ant Farm's the one movie song that they released on multiple times.
Fucking Alien Ant Farm. Oh shit,
okay,
I've got the wrong
real
button.
talk. I will give Alien Ant Farm credit for one thing. One, they pulled off Smooth Criminal. Two, they not bombed, what is that called? Surprise concert at the BET Awards. Alien Ant Farm is not not the band.
Crash?
Surprise,
Do you mean crashed the BET Awards?
Yes, they crashed the BET Awards, and I'm surprised. I didn't think that they'd do that.
Are any of them black?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you've heard Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah, I did. I didn't think any of them were black, but like.
No, but one year they crashed the BET, and I'm like, are you like? You look up Alien Ant Farms. Two things that pops. Well, three. One, that the movies has like 3 takes on it, and they did Smooth Criminal, and they crashed the BET Awards. And you're like, wait, hold on, one of these doesn't add up.
Wait. That was not the button. I did not press the Kill Goddard button.
Nope, Goddard's dead.
I kind of like this heavy rock version of the theme, though.
Yeah.
Hoping that
Okay,
that
it's
wasn't like
speeding up.
too like
I wanted to ask though. I finished what you were gonna say first, Chris.
I'm hoping that's not like too stereotypical of me to be like, yeah, Alien Ant Farm isn't the band that I expect at the BET Awards.
No, I mean, of all the bands crashing the BET Awards, I feel like Alien Ant Farm is like, yo, you guys want to fuck off?
Yeah, I mean, there are people, that are like that kind of music. I'm one of them. But I'm
not even like anti-Alien Ant Farm. I'm just like, you guys do not need to be crashing the BETs.
But hey, they did it, and I'm proud of you for it. That took some balls. Anyway.
So what about books then? Because that one has potential to be the number one lost media thing.
Well, that's just because books have been around fucking forever, right?
But not even. Okay, let's even if we do a cutoff date, even if we say okay, we're only counting books from the same year movies began.
I mean, there is a big problem in books where a book will get one print run and that's it.
Can I ask a darker question? Who here actually continually reads books?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
I've been
because of you, Chris, but
I've been trying to read more books, but I am not good about it.
Here's the thing, as much as I love books, because this has been the worst year for me to read, but to be fair here, I have had to move. So, the best answer is this. How many times have you read it? Because there's so many books that I've read that's yeah, this is the same story. So yeah, a book will be lost, but if you haven't heard about it, you're probably not gonna know. I don't want to be mean. I'm sorry. I know that's very dumb and closed-minded. I know that there's probably some amazing author out there, but a lot of books, right, get turned into movies and then they become preserved, and there's a whole bunch of books that are super preserved now. The worst thing that can happen to a book is burnings, which has already happened.
Yeah,
I mean,
a really good way of preserving books. It's a lot of directors base a movie off of a book. But most of the time it's a book that no one ever heard of because most people don't read books now.
Well,
especially now.
That's the thing, book adaptations can be a dual-edged sword, because sometimes it's the director read this and was oh shit, I gotta make this movie. But other times it's hey, this book is popular with kids, make a movie out of it. And then you get fucking Aragon and Percy Jackson.
Well, sometimes it's even the director likes the concept but doesn't like the presentation, doesn't like the beats. Fucking Stanley Kubrick in The Shining, where Stephen King is one of the most forgiven authors ever with the bad film adaptations. He defended The Dark Tower, he defended the It miniseries, which honestly, God, the It miniseries might not even be that bad. I just remember people, internet reviewers covering it. I don't know what the general consensus on that is. But I
mean, Tim Curry is good, but
yeah.
Hey, can I be mean for a minute?
Sure.
It isn't that good as a book, to be honest.
No, I mean, there's that to consider as well.
Have you read it? Holy shit!
It's fucking bizarre. My dad really loves it though, so it's not for someone.
It's not bad. It's just it's super long and
it's also bizarre. There's something of what no movie is gonna try to fucking adapt.
Oh, absolutely not.
The big one that people bring up is the turtle, but.
Yeah, the turtle and its constant struggle of humanity, yeah.
Yeah. But what I was gonna say though, is that you have fucking Stanley Kubrick and Stephen King, where Stephen King I think it's the one director that Stephen King got angry at, and ironically it's one of the directors that made the best Stephen King movie.
Yeah.
Debatably. I think it's probably the most beloved Stephen King movie. But,
I think it's probably my favorite Stephen King movie.
I love The Green Mile and I haven't seen The Shining. I know it's a big I haven't seen one right there, but fucking Kubrick, I'm paraphrasing this story here. I might get something wrong about it, so take it with a grain of salt. But it's okay, I think that Stanley Kubrick legitimately because him and Stephen King argued, he would the car that the family drove in the book and had it crashed off somewhere on the side of the. In the movie, if that's that, yeah, Stephen King, that's your characters. They're dead. They're in that car right there. That was just Stephen King.
Anyways, going back to what we were saying, I feel books are preserved very well thanks to Kindle and shit like that.
That does certainly help.
But
it's a good thing.
My argument is and I'm not trying to say that books are bad, and I'm not trying to say that they're not. It's just I feel as a medium, if you're looking for a book, you probably have it, and most are like I feel like most books are also easier to get your hands on like nowadays.
What you're saying, and I'm not like this isn't like a finger pointing moment like or anything. It's just like what you're saying is it's like a little less significant lost media.
It depends. Like okay, it is, but like the books, like let's be real here, the books that people probably want preserved are fantasy and or like science fiction. When at the end of the day, the books that we should be preserving are probably. I think that's another catch too, is that a lot of books are out of date too, right? Like, why preserve an old textbook that's out of date?
Right. Well, like, there's so many fucking books, like school learning books out there that have, like, the fucking food pyramid in them.
Yeah, so, like,
But,
I feel like books definitely, yes, do deserve to be preserved, but they're not, like... The ones that are culturally significant are preserved, but the ones that aren't. You know, it's not... I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, books have been around way longer than all this other stuff we're talking about. So book preservation has also been around a lot longer than, you know, preservation for the other stuff we're talking about. Like, there is a much more deliberate effort to preserve books.
I will argue
Why can I suddenly not move the camera?
Probably because there's something in the way of it. Yeah, this is one of those games where they act like a cameraman exists. But
whatever. At least I can move the fucking camera.
Yeah, you're supposed to put it towards the ladder.
Oh, okay. I see that now.
You know, okay. So here's the one point that I think of how I know books are safe. The government actually has a thing that holds like copies of every book that goes through it. Where film, we're only now just getting that.
What if the Bible became lost media one day?
You know, the thing that's sad...
So it's like, oh, I don't have my Bible anymore. I thought you still had yours. No, I don't. Like, just everybody, like, lost their Bible somehow.
So, here's the deal, right? It's possible. Because there's... Like, we jokingly go, oh, the Bible, but the Bible is only significant right now, right?
Oh, yeah, you want to say, like, 2,000 years from now? Yeah, it might absolutely be fucking gone.
Yeah, so, like, it's heavily possible that, like, hey, we could even just have some radical dictator just like, take over the world and be like, you know what, the Bible's gotta go. And it's gone. You know, and I think that's the biggest problem with book preservation is that, it's possible for books to just disappear. You know, the wrong person gets a copy, or gets multiple copies burned, and it's it. I mean, hell, that's what happened to certain films, too, so...
Top 15 pieces of lost media. Number 15, the Bible. Number 14, Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion for PlayStation 2.
You know, one of the funny things about that is we joke about the Bible, but apparently, according to some people, there are missing parts of the Bible, so...
I mean, I'm sure it's been altered.
There are, like, lost apocryphal gospels.
Yeah, so I mean, technically, yeah, the Bible is lost media.
No, I mean, just
actually,
like, no version of the Bible exists. It's all gone.
Something people talk about with, like, the Bible and stuff being lost. The book of Matthew and the book of Luke both seem to be pulling from the same... Oh my god, dude. Okay, racing controls, terrible.
Makes sense. Now, okay, hold on. It makes sense, but this is the perfect reason of why I always argue, if you have a video game, if you have a licensed video game, stay in your goddamn lane.
Yes. Matthew and Luke seem to be pulling from a similar source that has been lost. It's often called the Q source. What the fuck?
Why? You know, somebody put an oil slick in this game, so that means somebody sat there and thought, you know what? Fuck Gran Turismo. Fuck any other racing game of this time. Jimmy Neutron is it. We can put oil slicks here. Because controls are just that good that you can recover from it.
Nickelodeon kart racing. Ugh. I don't think Jimmy was in any of the kart racing games. I would have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure Jimmy's not in any of the kart racing games. Like, there was never
I think you're right.
There was never a kart racing game released while Jimmy Neutron was still relevant.
Even in the fucking fighting game, his dad got put in.
You know, that bothers the shit out of me.
It's entirely because of the meme. Like, Hugh is a meme, sure. Jimmy is not. Also, they're, like, weird about putting kids in that game.
You know, I'm about to... I hate to say this.
But baby Tommy Pickles in that game. I want to beat the shit out of Tommy.
I love how you had to clarify that, because I'm like, why the fuck did you clarify that? But then I remembered all grown-ups exist.
Yeah, honestly, though, if I'm gonna beat up one of the Rugrats, I'd rather beat up the all-grown-up kids. Fuck them kids. You know, the babies, I'm down with them. They're cool. The all-grown-up Rugrats, fuck them. I'm gonna beat those pricks up.
You know,
fucking millennial-ass hipsters. I am absolutely gonna lose this race.
But hold on, you're yelling at millennial-ass hipsters while we're playing a PS2 game.
Yes. I don't know which... I see no contradiction here.
Number 13. The Shrek, Chris Harley footage. We lost it again.
You know,
there has been stuff that was, like, lost, and then found, and then lost again.
Oh, that shit happens.
Okay, well, this is, like, way harder than the race with Nick from last game.
You know, at least I didn't hear his voice, so I'm totally gonna probably, you know, be wrong, because that's what happens in these Let's Plays. At least I didn't do a stereotypical voice.
It's a little stereotypical. Fucking fuck! These oil slicks, my god!
You know, I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna fall on deaf ears, but I'm just gonna complain because I do retro video games as a show. If anybody ever goes, Chris, you're too hard on a driving segment, my argument is, fuck you. There are too many good driving games. It's really easy for a company to just say, you know what? We're overstepping our boundary a little bit. Cause, like, I get it. I know that, like, you're trying to do something new. That's cool. That's cute. But
I barely touched that
fucking games.
It's also because, like, yeah, a good driving game, they make that the priority. They make that the focus.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about, like, the Lego Star Wars games, how they would occasionally have, like, ship battles and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that was a change up in format, but it's, like, fun and well made, so I enjoyed those parts.
I feel like the thing that's funny about that, though, is argumentatively, right? Like, I don't know what Nick was doing at the time, but Star Wars, like, already had those, right? Like, they had so many flight simulators that you can easily just call somebody and be like, hey, yo, program this. So, like, but, like, Nickelodeon, I don't think anyone was like, hey, does anybody work on Forza here? No? Then let's not fucking do it.
I want every racing game to have tank controls.
Do?
Oh my god, you're... I barely touched the oil slick and it's like, oops, you spun out. Fuck off.
Isn't what did you say they do, Chris?
What?
Tank controls?
I mean, driving a tank, I mean, kind of to a degree.
Isn't, like, tank controls when the character stops to turn, though?
I mean, you kind of, like, you were talking more about drifting in a technical standpoint. Like, driving a car on a tank is very, not the same, but similar in the fact that, like, you know, you just can't turn on a direct dime. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm making a joke about it.
Oh, I get it. I'm just saying, like, tank controls... I'm sorry, you were talking to a person that that will defend tank controls to a degree. Forgive me. Tank controls' biggest issue...
You're allowed to like tank controls if you want.
Oh, I'm gonna defend them because there's a lot of games where it works. It's just the issue with tank controls is don't put them in fucking platformers.
Yeah, no, you have to design the level around tank controls, right? I think Jimmy Neutron for PC actually did that pretty well.
Like, to say tank controls don't work means that, like, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Mega Man Legends, and so many other games just don't work when they do. It's just, they know, like what I was saying with racing games, they know their fucking place.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah, that is-
literally fuck what I just said.
That is a pretty stereotypical voice.
Like, at least with, like, fucking Shark Tale, the races in that game keep it to the same controls of the actual game.
Yeah.
It seems weird to give Shark Tale props, but I mean, like, they could have given him a car that was, like...
His car is
miserable to
faster
drive.
than mine. He starts faster than me.
I think you'll be okay.
It also blocks your road.
And-
You'll get it once you just avoid the slicks.
Yeah.
It's
Hit
just
the
the
slick
recovery that you
wall.
have. Like, I feel like you hit 2 oil slicks and you're just kind of fucked.
You might even be able to survive 2 oil slicks.
It's just the controls look too touchy, but that might just be from what I'm
But you do
looking at.
I haven't even, like, passed him yet, is the thing.
But you can't drive into the oil slick. You just did it there.
And honestly, it didn't even hurt me.
I think you got this.
Push him into the oil slick.
Watch, this is one of those games where it won't matter, he'll just drive through it. You did it.
Probably.
Alright, I have gotten in front of him. Can I stay in front of him? Probably not.
The next Jimmy Neutron level is Madden.
It has, like, the aerial perspective. from
Yeah.
the whole thing.
But no, I think
They
the
make you
only
write
game...
out your plan on a whiteboard where you have to actually use a marker. with the
I think you
controller.
you have to actually use marker. I think tank controls do work in horror games though, and I think it helps intensify the horror to a degree. Because there's a lot of lack of control to it. And sometimes, you know, in a horror situation, the lack of control is what makes it kind of terrifying.
Yeah, I definitely agree that you can have it. I was just making a joke about it being in every single racing game. Because I don't really like tank controls in a racing game. Not that it, like, hypothetically, I think you can make it work. I'm sure there is, like, but, like, I don't know, like, I'm making a joke about Sonic R there. I was trying to make a joke about Sonic R without mentioning Sonic because I shut up about it.
I knew it was a Sonic R reference.
Yeah.
The only reason why I argued it is because, like, when you play Mario Kart Battle Mode, it is literally just tank control.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
Yeah, Mario Kart is
Like
just, like, I mean, Sonic, the biggest problem is it's not only that it's tank controls, it's the fact that, like, there's no real, like, collision. So, like, you don't bounce correctly, you just kind of gravitate towards walls and shit.
Wait.
You did it.
Okay. I'm like, wait, do I have to keep going, or?
He
Oh
dies.
my god, he dies.
I think it's funny that his, like, default model is smiling, so he's, like, frowning while he's talking, but then he'll stop talking and smile.
Oh, forgive me. But I can't stop thinking of Jimmy Neutron Tokyo Drift now.
No, I absolutely do not want to do this race again. Fuck off. How do I get out of this? Let me not race.
You
Oh wait, here we go. Here we go.
Exit level.
Exit mini game.
Oh, the smart. I mean, fuck you.
Okay. I think I got something out of that I needed.
Watch it, you didn't.
No, that was just for your enjoyment.
Yes. You know, if that's what that was.
I mean, in the PC game, I spent like 5-10 minutes on this like platforming section, and I'm like, oh my god, this is awful. But at some point, I'm like, wait, is this even like required of me? And it wasn't.
Okay, so you know what blows my mind, or I think is kind of funny, is that if you didn't need to do that, that means some programmer did it, and then they put it in there as like a, here you go, bud. You did it, you worked.
Yeah, you sport.
Here you go, sport your levels in the game.
Get in the game!
Have you guys ever played like the Deadpool video game?
No, my friend is-
I'm sorry, watch out for the Ultra Lords running around? First off, there is only one Ultra Lord, and his name is Jesus Christ.
His name is Sheen Esteban.
I don't know how to respond to that. It's too late for me to just have you saying shit like that, Matt.
Jimmy, more like...
Jimmy, more like Bimmy.
That's almost what I said, and I was like, I don't like that dude.
I'm pretty sure Michael has said that before, though. Like
Jimmy and Bimmy has been said so many goddamn times. Like, I swear, you know what? Somebody name your kid Bimmy. Do it. Do it so it can be a legit name.
I think this is Cindy's house, actually.
Asian Cindy's house.
There's another girl in school named, like, Cindy Kim, and then, she and Cindy have, like, a rivalry, and we just never see it.
That's Community with Annie.
Jimmy Neutron is a sequel. I mean...
No,
Jimmy Neutron is
listen, Jimmy's principal was absolutely the inspiration for Dean Pelton. You cannot convince me otherwise. He acts just like Dean Pelton. It is like...
I'd have to see it. I'd have to see an episode of the principal again. I kind of know. I kind of remember him vaguely, but...
I mean, part of it is just that they, like, do kind of, like, the stereotypical gay shit with the principal.
Uh-huh.
You know, Matt, I think you should understand that that you are important enough to me that I'm watching you play Jimmy Neutron for this long.
How long have we been going, actually? Not that long.
Enough.
A little under an hour and a half.
Oh, for sure, but, like, would you watch anybody else play Jimmy Neutron for this long?
Maybe.
No,
Potentially.
Maybe
Matt,
like...
Matt, you don't count. You're making a whole ass video series on Jimmy Neutron.
Okay, fair enough.
I might watch Oni plays, but that's up for debate, because I don't watch all their playthroughs.
See, look, that's like Oni plays, though. I'm talking about, like, you know... If, like... Some like, Game Dude... Well, no, because then Game Dude did Jimmy Neutron, and...
I would watch Game... I would watch Game... If Game Dude came back.
Game Dude comes back just to review, Jimmy Neutron games, and he starts a beef with Matt.
And then Matt flees the country.
You know, okay, out of everyone here in this group chat that would flee the country, it's probably Matt.
Hey, I mean, you're not wrong, but, not over fucking Game Dude. I'd take that dude. Let's start some fucking beef here. Come at me, Game Dude.
It's so great if he comes out of... Next too many games, he comes out of retirement.
I do not actually know who that is. I only know as much about him as you guys have revealed to me.
He is basically was like your typical, like, that guy with the glasses / angry video game nerd reviewer kind of guy. Except he
irate
got
gamer.
in trouble. Yeah, he got in trouble for. I'm thinking. Correct me if I'm wrong about any of this, Chris. But he got in trouble for stalking a girl.
Yes, his ex.
And he was
girlfriend?
like he did. Yeah, his ex-girlfriend.
Question mark.
And it made it to the point. It got bad enough to where he was in trouble. And he probably would be. I don't know if he'd be serving time or. Here's the thing: he fled the country because he did legitimately flee the country. I don't think he was going to get anything that serious, though, in terms of a sentence.
Like he would have served time, but like
probably not a year.
Reasonable amount.
He probably wouldn't have spent a year in prison.
Depends.
Because yeah, like I mean.
Depends on how
being a stalker is bad, but I don't know how long we lock up stalkers.
I mean, honestly, that sounds more like he'd just get like a restraining order or something.
Well,
he already had one.
Violated. He violated
Okay, violating restraining order. That's gonna earn you some time, but
yeah.
Here's the sad thing.
To flee the country, though.
No, it wasn't. Here's the thing.
To serve the sentence.
Here's the thing, right? Can I be honest with you guys here? So this is America, not where he was.
Yeah.
America, one of our laws is that if you have a first-time offense, depending on what it is, you most likely won't serve time. So there was a good chance he wouldn't have served time, right? Like, I mean, if it was here, and I don't think we're the only. If honestly, because I think it was Canada, right, that he was in, and I think they're more lenient on that kind of thing. So I don't think he would have even served time, maybe community service.
Bottom line, too, is if he would have, maybe he's happier where he is now, whatever, but like, if he would have just accepted his fate, he'd be fine right now.
And if he accepted his fate, he wouldn't have, we wouldn't have heard of him.
Right. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. But, like, I don't know why we're expecting him to be a reasonable human being despite what he got in trouble for in the first place.
I mean, yeah, he's game dude.
Yeah. Whenever it's just like, I don't know, like, the reason that Game Dude is so funny to me is just because when you picture these fucking like nerds who make these videos, and I'm not like trying to say that as like too much.
Spiny Norman.
I'm one of them too.
Same.
But then like they have like a story like that. It just, I don't know, it's something that cracks me up. It was the same thing with fucking Nostalgia Chick having a mugshot, It just makes me laugh. Just because it's like, I don't know why. It's just like seeing someone like that. Like, it's like seeing Pee Wee Herman get in trouble, right?
He did.
Yeah. I that's why I mentioned him. Like,
to be fair here, Nostalgia Chick makes sense.
what did she do again?
I believe it. Oh, okay. Wait.
I mean, no disrespect, but
that was.
I believe it. Wait. I actually don't know what she did to get in trouble. Like,
I just mean like. Lindsay seems like someone who might have ended up in trouble with the law at some point. Probably just over like a protest or something, but.
Yeah.
She's like politically active, and politically active people get in trouble with the law.
Yeah.
So we have beat that part of the level. I'm gonna pop over and see how long we've been streaming, actually, because that was like a really long level. Hour and a half. I mean, it's still
like it's shorter, but
it's still pretty early. I think we can keep going.
Oh hell yeah, you can keep going. At least for me.
I'll stick around for a bit.
But yeah, like it's like if Todd in the Shadows gets arrested, which would be the worst way to do a face reveal.
Yeah, whenever you hit like Jew Wario territory, it stops being funny.
Yeah.
But like Game Dude, like I feel for the person that was stalked by it.
Yo, it's
like,
another. It's still.
that's a
It's still him.
scary. That's a scary situation. I don't like. I think he deserved to go to prison for that.
I don't even think he'd go to prison.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think he would have. But like I wouldn't have. He looks so goofy.
He looks drunk as fuck.
he looks like a caricature of someone else.
You know, that sounds like an insult. Just, yo, you look like a caricature.
It's just so many exaggerated features. Like, what were they going for?
I mean, Jet Fusion is like a James Bond parody.
Yeah. It's like if Mel Gibson played James Bond.
Actually, he's voiced by Christian Slater in the episode. Not in the game.
You know.
Oh,
You know what
man.
made me? Oh man, I remember this now. The episode that he was like introduced in. I don't know if he was in more episodes. It was like a special. It was like a.
Yes.
Hey, okay, real talk. I absolutely loved the special.
But I remember I watched with my brother, and when they go to see the Jet Fusion movie, and they play like a 2-minute, like you see like 2 minutes of the movie as they're watching in the theater. And when it was over, my brother was just like, "That was the worst thing I've ever seen." And immediately Jimmy was like, "That was the best Jet Fusion movie I've ever seen." It's like
It's beautiful.
The timing on that was really good.
Yeah, I feel like the thing is that I would have loved Jimmy Neutron more if I actually, like, gave a shit about Nickelodeon.
I really liked Jimmy Neutron, but it was kind of like the lesser one of like Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob. Like I was a lot more excited for those two, but Jimmy Neutron was like, I'll watch him Jimmy Neutron.
See,
Like Jimmy Neutron wasn't Hey Arnold territory. But honestly, God, I think Hey Arnold's almost something you appreciate a little bit more when you get older.
yeah.
But then when it was like as told by Ginger and whatnot, it was just like, oh my, I can't.
I think As Told by Ginger's another one of those that's like, you need to be way older to give a shit.
It was the thing, like, obviously I was obsessed with Jimmy Neutron. That's why I have embarked on this endeavor. But I think part of that is it's like the first Nickelodeon show I really started watching. Like, it's the first time I broke out of, like, the Nick Jr. block and started watching actual Nickelodeon.
Here's the thing, is that I would embark on this endeavor only because I play video games, and so inevitably I would have gotten obsessed that there's more than one Jimmy game.
Well, I meant, like, the whole kit and caboodle, like, reviewing the entire series, going through all the games.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying, like, I would have definitely done the games at some point. But not all of this.
Honestly, I would love to see a review of Jimmy Neutron for console, because that game is so shit that I'm like, yes, let the hate flow through you. Honestly, I was like, anytime I got caught up, okay, we're playing Pac-Man now. Anytime I got, like, stuck on one specific part of the level, I was so angry because it's like, I want to move on and shit-talk more stuff in this stupid fucking game.
The one for the GameCube?
Yes.
Alright, well, I'm making a too many games list. That's gonna be one of them.
The second to last level in that game definitely seemed like the part you got the most stuck on.
Well, no, the third to last, actually. There were 6 levels.
Oh, okay. I thought there was only 5.
I think,
Robot head. Well, I mean, yeah, I suppose I can build a robot out of that.
I never was really a Nickelodeon kid. I really enjoyed, Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron way more. Like, SpongeBob was cool, but it was just... I don't know. I still kind of feel that way. Like, I guess I see the genius of SpongeBob. I just
Honestly, I think SpongeBob's better than either of those two.
I think SpongeBob is like the first three
Although-
seasons. SpongeBob is genuinely like some of the best television ever made.
Yeah. I think Fairly Odd Parents was good longer than SpongeBob was. Like,
You know, it's kind of
Fairly Odd Parents was
Yeah.
good for like 4 or 5 seasons.
yeah.
Honestly, that's part of why I'm rewatching the series, is I want to figure out when Fairly Odd Parents stopped being good.
Yeah, I'm
It
with
just-
you on that.
Yeah, I just don't know. I like I said, I see the genius of SpongeBob. It's still not gonna ever really be something that I'm like, yep, that's.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I guess SpongeBob it's genius. I think it's funny, but it's never gonna be something that I'm like, yep, it's the greatest television ever.
I do think it's the best kid show I ever saw, but there is some like close runner. Avatar and Gravity Falls are really fucking close, but I do think I'd still give it.
I think that's a way.
I
feel
might-
those are different enough though.
I might give Last Airbender and Gravity Falls the edge just because they ended when they needed to.
That's fair. That's
Like-
more than fair.
If we're only talking about the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob, okay, sure, that's a hard-fought fight. But SpongeBob has gone on... It has been bad way longer than it was ever good.
Normally when I rank a show like that, I am only talking about the stuff that I like, but I understand what you're saying too. 'Cause it's like, yeah, if you look at SpongeBob as a whole, you know, like what percentage of it is actually good? Because that drop in quality was like episode to episode, you know? Even The Simpsons had kind of a decline, like it
Why?
was pretty quick. But,
Why? Continue. Sorry, Jimmy and Head. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you waste the time? Anyways, continue. Sorry.
I think SpongeBob had a gradual decline, because I don't think Season 4 is the worst. Like, Season 4 was still
worst.
pretty decent. It's not as good as the first 3.
It's not the worst, but I think in terms of like how funny the first 3 were in comparison to the fourth one, it is a big drop. It's it's not a bad show by season 4, but it's like it went from being one of the like funniest kid shows ever made to just another kid show.
Yeah.
From the
I think that's the thing that's fun about being somebody that's not a big fan of SpongeBob. That drop that everyone talks about is literally what I saw SpongeBob as. So like everyone's like, "There's the drop," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's SpongeBob. I'm sorry, it's still fine because it's like there is a terrible season of SpongeBob where they started doing more gross out that shit. Yeah, no, but I don't know. I feel like SpongeBob didn't have the big decline to me. I think that it was good until it started getting into gross out shit.
Yeah, to me, like, and I have no problem with you feeling that way, Chris. But for me, it's like
For sure.
there's like no debate for me. Like, you could not get me to agree with that. I think season 4, it's like significant. It's not, and I don't even think it's bad. I agree with Matt that like season 4 is not bad. It even has a episode where Gary goes missing, and they have that really good song in the episode. Like that is genuinely a great song for the show. But it's like, it's just such a notable drop. Like I could never agree that the drop isn't there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a drop from, like, a 10 out of 10 show to, like, a 6 or 7 out of 10 show. But then, like, Season 5, I think, is kind of a mixed bag. There are episodes that are as good as Season 4, but there are also much worse episodes.
I think that's kind of where we come down to a huge difference is I'm not an avid fan of SpongeBob, nor was I'm somebody that kept up with SpongeBob because I just didn't care. Like, for people that like keep up with it and care, they'll notice the drop because they you know, they were there for it. I just wasn't. So like, my opinion is most valid when it comes to this topic.
There's even some like, you know, just like taking notes on how the show was written, like how, you know, just like one of the big ones, you know, is Squidward's treatment. In the first 3 seasons, he was kind of like a voice.
Oh god,
against
it's Sonic
SpongeBob.
Frontiers.
It's like who you. Oh yeah, you're right. It is. It's who you are as a kid. I mean, that genuinely just looks like a PlayStation version of that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the magnetic turn.
We get it, got it.
to move the mirror.
Squidward kind of, starts. I'm losing my train of thought so fucking badly now. Jesus. He is kind of like the way you look at the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob, which I'm not the Emperor Lemon made a really good video on it. Is for like most people, you are SpongeBob is you when you're a kid, and Squidward is you when you're an adult. And that's something that the first 3 seasons understood really well. And then like the later seasons, it was just like, fuck Squidward. Like he won't even do anything wrong, and the show will torture him. And it's like I'm like. So many people bring that up, but it's because it's so fucking true. Every single time there's a negative repercussion for something that Squidward did in the first 3 seasons, it was always because he did something to start that shit. Whether it would be like just kind of being a dick or actively trying to do something horrible to someone. And then the newer seasons, it's just him trying to enjoy his day off, And you're not rooting for SpongeBob and Patrick anymore because they're just fucking ruining his day off. That's all he wants.
The map on the floor.
The show is just mean to him for no
Son of a
reason.
bitch. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Is in the
Why didn't you just say that to begin with?
Yeah, no. Okay, hold on. Although I don't know where this starts. Obviously, this is the end point, so I guess we're working backwards from here. To this one, to this one, to this one, to this one. Oh wait, this is this one. Okay, so this one to that one, which we've already got going, and that one directly across. Yes, I know that, Goddard. I get it. I gotta use the Timmy Turner. I mean the magnetic Turner.
I feel like, at the end of the day, though, I don't know. I feel like I know a lot of people that like SpongeBob, and I think SpongeBob is definitely going to, oh, son of a bitch, it's literally on the floor.
What?
I think the thing. You see how it's like? You see how there's arrow? Nope, never mind. Fuck what I just said.
I figured it out looking at that. I thought that's what you were referring to, because Goddard is like, yeah, you look at the design on the floor, it'll tell you, and I'm like, thanks, Goddard.
Of the floor
that is what
nice.
Frontiers does. You should look at the pattern on the floor, but it throws you off.
Did it work?
There we go.
Okay.
It was just like I'm not even joking. That was just like Frontiers, and so is this. So is fucking this.
This really is Jimmy Frontiers.
Jimmy Frontiers. Yeah, but no, I think SpongeBob is still great, and I think it's I don't know. I just it's not my thing. I enjoy SpongeBob. I appreciate it, but like, I don't know if I could ever say it's the greatest thing in the universe.
I can, because I'm smart and cool and I know all the things.
I'm always gonna be the odd one out on that one, and I'm kind of fine with that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. I put an actual signature on this one.
It's like, I once again, I also didn't grow up with Nick. I didn't care for Nick, and that might have been the biggest reason why. You like hearing people talk about SpongeBob, though.
There sure is Ultra Lord.
Ultra Lord?
Fucking toys.
There he is.
Where's Sheen? I don't see him anywhere.
Yeah, because he's the planet now. Come on.
He's the end.
Imagine voice actor being there. No, you don't fuck it. It's just voice clips from Sheen.
I am infinite. I love how that fucking boy says I'm not like the other that you fought before, and then literally right after says I am infinite.
Yeah, I still love what Olivia said, is we were playing and she's like, he says I am infinite, and she's like, no, we beat him already.
Oh.
I think you got it.
Ladder time. Yeah.
Oh god, are we gonna have to platform?
Yeah.
That's the one thing these games can't do. Wait.
What?
Okay,
Platform.
I guess we're not platforming yet?
Wait,
I think you gotta move the ladder.
move the ladder.
You gotta get your platform shoes.
I'm gonna
You
put
gotta get
on-
out there. You gotta strut.
Na, 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 na.
How do you grab it? There we go, okay.
Let's do Hollow
Decide.
Victories, but for video games.
I think I'm gonna have to replace you, Michael.
Bubsy 3D versus Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron. Jimmy Neutron.
Do you mean original Jimmy Neutron or this Jimmy Neutron?
It doesn't matter.
Cause one of those is an easy choice. One of those is like, I'm reluctantly choosing Jimmy Neutron, but also like, only barely.
You know, see,
Also,
that is literally a hollow victory right there, because yeah, Jimmy wins, but that doesn't mean it's a good game.
I mean, that is kind of the point of the title.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's just...
I even, when I was conceptualizing the series, I came up with the name Pyrrhic Victories, and I'm like, no, hold on, no one knows what that means. What's, like, the normal person way of saying that? And then I'm like, oh wait, Hollow Victories. Which I think is a better title, honestly, because it is more Hollow Victory. Pyrrhic Victory means, like, winning is almost worse than losing.
It also just rolls off the tongue better.
A Hollow Victory is like, you won, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that is literally the matchup of Jimmy Neutron versus Bubsy. You know, actually, hold on. Okay, hear me out. Can I throw something in on this one, though?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a hollow victory that I might actually have to give it to Bubsy because there's somewhat of an excuse, right? Like, there kind of is a debating point for Bubsy. Because Bubsy's, like, one of the first few 3D platformers. And you can tell me the Mario 64 shit all you want, I get it, but, you know...
Oh, what was that a jump with, like, a little bit of leeway? I didn't have to get in the exact perfect position? Oh!
No.
Oh!
No, you're just dreaming.
You know what, you know what would be a better pair-up, actually?
But maybe Bubsy might win.
It would be a better pair-up, though.
What?
Bubsy 3D versus Sonic 3D Blast, because it's two characters with an equal legacy, and their first 3D game.
That's kind of an insult to Sonic.
Okay, I know I wasn't here for long, but I'm going to the store, so I'll be back again, maybe.
Well, we're probably gonna end here pretty soon.
That's what I'm saying. So anyway, goodbye. I'm going to the store. Have a fun time playing the rest of Jimble's Neutron Bow.
Jimble's Neutron Bow?
Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bubsy Power Up.
So, I feel like the weird thing about that is...
No. Sonic Bubsy Power Hour.
I feel like the thing about Sonic is that, like, Sonic 3D Blast is a game that, like... Oh, we had a glimmer of, like, actual frame rate for a second. I feel like the problem with Bubsy 3D is, like, Bubsy 3D is either the worst or, like, the best outcome in these two. I think 3D Blast is, like, one of those weird situations, right? Where, like, yeah, it sucks, but like Sonic had like that was the worst it got for Sonic, argumentatively, at the time, right? Where Bubsy had like two other bad games.
Yeah. Fucking remember that Forces trailer that came out and everybody thought it was Bubsy for some reason?
Yeah.
Do you know about that, Matt?
No.
There was a trailer for Forces, there was a couple of them, and one of them showed a mysterious figure silhouette, but then it cut off. And the silhouette kind of looked like Bubsy, so everybody was like, and then Bubsy got, like, at the same time was announced to have a new game. So everyone was like, is that are they going
I think you need to use the magnet on the wheels.
I don't think I can.
Using the gun.
Oh, that.
Silhouette
Okay, so it looks like I can. My bad.
Okay, so hear me out from dumbass reasoning. See it being Bubsy.
It'd be really funny if it was Bubsy.
Well, the silhouette did look like Bubsy, I'll say that.
But also, like, why the fuck would it be
yeah, I did not think it was going to be Bubsy for even a second, but it was just kind of like...
I know, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of like saying, yo, Gex, like, yeah, there's a possibility of it.
Yeah, like, it was clearly not going to be... I think the only reason people thought there was any plausibility for it was because of the weird timing of it, like, being released at the same time as the trailer. Like, that came out...
The Sonic Twitter page even, like, replied to Bubsy. When he was like...
Oh, fuck that.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not trying to say, like, 3D Blast is the better game. I don't know. Like, I think I'd rather play 3D Blast than Bubsy. Hey.
I would rather play Bubsy, but that's more out of morbid curiosity than anything else. Like Sonic 3D Blast, I watched Michael play it, and I'm like, nah, fuck that shit.
You know, I'm only saying this as the person that played both. See, I feel like the thing about Bubsy that bothers me the most is the fact that the controls absolutely suck ass. And, like, the fact, like, do we have to play it to completion? Is that...
I mean, if we're gonna do a Hollow Victories on it, probably.
Yeah, no, Sonic 3D Blast. Right, like, at least there's ways that I can use save states and all that other shit, you know? It's not a better game in any way. I feel like it's a little more excusable because of the time. But, like, Bubsy just doesn't work. But I feel like if it was Jimmy Neutron versus Bubsy, I feel like Jimmy Neutron's one of those, like, yeah, but how did we get here? How did we get to Jimmy Neutron for the fucking GameCube?
I'm going in full circles, but he just, like, chooses to stop and face the other. Like, it is not processing that I am spinning in circles fast enough.
No, Michael, you kind of came up with a hard dilemma there with that one. It's like...
Oh, right, water insta-kills you.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I can't get... I will come... not like it ever matters, but I'll come back to you on that one.
I am gonna go through the show and find an episode where Jimmy goes swimming and be like, fuck you, designers of this game. You have broken with canon.
Yeah, I mean... Isn't there that episode where they're stranded?
Oh, yeah! No, he swims in that episode!
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
So,
there's got to be an episode before that, but you know.
The developers of this game are wrong. Jimmy can swim.
There was a... I'm about to say it's absolutely nothing to fucking do with this. If you guys want to talk about something, I won't even say.
But if you ever do a hot video game Hollow Victories, I will definitely be there.
I do have something to discuss Hollow Victories wise when we're done here.
They did this Twitter. Oh, go ahead.
Just as a heads up, Olivia's phone's dead, so she has no way for Discord. Not like you guys are messaging her, but if anybody is, you know, she can't see it right now.
I normally don't message Olivia, because if I have a question for both of you, I send it
to you'll just send it to one or the other, yeah.
I did have something to ask Olivia about, but I didn't know when I was gonna do it, so... I can wait.
Yeah, I'll give you an update. Anyways, what were you gonna say, Michael? That was unrelated.
Oh yeah, it's something. It has nothing to do with fucking anything. It's just something that made me laugh. They did like this Q&A thing on Twitter for like the Sonic After Frontiers. You know what I'm talking about, Chris?
You know, that is very related to what we're talking about.
So I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, absolutely not.
Uploaded it, but I did see one that someone clipped where it was the person that got their question answered, and they said they wrecked me was the title. So I watched it, and it was like I don't remember what the question was, but they basically start giving him a very like it's the voice actor for Sonic, Tails, Amy, Knuckles, Shadow, and Egg.
Is that one where they like acknowledge the YouTuber?
They did that a couple of times actually, because they did it for Cyber Shell.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, this is a streamer, and they started kind of giving a sarcastic response to his like question, and then Amy was like, "I was on that guy's stream the other day, and he was saying some very nasty things about Tails." And I have no idea what that's about.
Watch as it was like, Tails' channel.
But then all of them just started bad mouthing him. And then I love the comments, because the comments was like, "How does it feel that the Sonic characters canonically dislike you?"
You know, I think can we have more? Imagine like imagine every bad Sonic reviewer gets that shit.
I think it'd be hilarious if the Sonic characters canonically hated Spiny.
I think you're able to. I think you put a little too much effort into your reviews for that to happen.
I also think you like Sonic a little too much for that to happen.
I like the idea of Spike. I don't know, like...
Michael, just be a normal Sonic reviewer.
Yeah, no.
And then you'll get the hate.
Just be like, "Yo, fuck Sonic" in every single video.
And then you gotta be like, Shadow the Hedgehog was where they peaked.
I had an idea for, like, a joke in an episode once.
It was dumb that they killed off Shadow. They were right to bring him back.
I wanted to, like, see if, like, Jaleel White or someone was on Cameo. I don't know if it is. But I thought it'd be really funny if there was, like, an episode where, like, Spiny was depressed. And, like, that's, like, part of the review skit. So, like, Matt and Mitzi or someone else, like, just, like, they're trying to cheer him up so they get the real Sonic to come and cheer him up. And then Spine just starts saying, "Hey, fuck you! Why isn't there a Shout Guard in every game?" And just, like, starts fucking shouting at him, like, just tearing him apart.
You know what'd be really funny is that if you had a cameo and you just and you just screamed that at Jaleel White, and it'd be really funny if it was just Jaleel White's reaction. Like, not even the Sonic voice, just him being like, "What the hell's a Chow?"
I just want it to be like just kind of like I'm here to make you feel better. Your friend said that you're going for hard, like make him have no idea what the actual fucking context is gonna be.
You know, have you ever watched
and then Spine just turns on him immediately.
Have you ever watched a toy reviewer named Jobby the Hong?
too.
Yeah, they actually review like toys and shit, and they've gotten multiple times the voice actor of like one of the Megatrons to like roast him on his show, but the one running joke is that he won't say "put it in my ass" because that's the catchphrase of Jobbies.
You know who does have a cameo right now?
See, you started that in a place where I thought you were gonna be. You know who does put it in their ass?
But you know who does have a cameo right now, for sure?
Christian?
Howard Hamlin. It's like, the only thing is Better Call Saul just ended and it was an insanely popular show. I haven't looked yet, but it has to cost a lot.
You should still do it.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna
blow your savings on it. Goddard. Matt, why don't you have a cameo?
Patrick Fannin.
I mean, if you contact me on Patreon, I will absolutely say whatever you want me to say.
Alright, I guess I gotta find you on Patreon.
Highly responsive.
I mean, unless it's like a racial slur or something, I'm not gonna say that shit. But like,
shit. You know me too well.
Fucking Chris and her fucking racist comments.
It costs $200 to get a personalized video.
Makes sense, but damn.
Yeah, like, and I don't know if you can even, like, tell him what to say. I think, like, you can give him a prompt and he'll go off on his own. And most of his cameos are long now. Like, his cameos are, like, 5 to 6 minutes long.
And shit, that's awesome.
Yeah. But I don't know if you can tell him, like, exactly what to say. They've also got Ernie from Better Call Saul. They got a couple Better Call Saul people.
Just ask him, like, hey, talk about Sonic Forces for a while.
Yeah.
You get a video back and he's just like, Sonic Forces is better than Sonic Mania. That is my genuine opinion.
What you need to do is you need to be like, yo, talk about Spiny Norman and watch as he talks about that sketch for 5 minutes.
Yeah, make me laugh. I'd like that. It's funny because like some of the Better Call Saul people on here are like such small parts of it, but they're still charging $70 per cameo. But like, why not, right? Like, you had a small part on Better Call Saul, like people will go for that.
What are you supposed to be doing?
I'm supposed to destroy this box that all of the Ultra Lords are coming out of, but I'm not
use the magnet thingy.
Okay.
Or Goddard.
Luke, use the magnet.
I think I have to invent something new to destroy it. Hold on.
Invent a new game. Haha.
Damn, that's all I get?
Yep.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get on to these platforms. They seem a little far away to jump
I swear I saw one of them move. But no.
Well,
okay.
I mean, they look metal now that I'm closer to them, so maybe...
You maybe can magnetize them.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if you could aim.
Who is shooting me? Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Well, can't you remote control Goddard and get him to go by the box and blow it up?
You can't tell him what to say.
Yo, to be honest, without having a review, I mean, I know you're doing something for it, but without like having a review, you've played this longer than I would have after. Ultra Ninja Lord.
Hurry, Jimmy, he says as I'm doing this optional platforming section.
Okay.
Wow, platforming that controls. Holy shit. Even Jimmy Neutron for PC didn't have that. Okay, but I do take fall damage.
Okay.
That's fine, we're here.
Yeah, no. I get it, it's just stupid.
Yeah, oh
Okay.
man, I can make Howard say whatever I want now. You might deny it. It's, I don't know, I feel like some people are like weird about that. Like if you mention like clearly like a specific YouTube page or something, like, or a weird name like Spiny Norman, they're gonna think, what is this part of? I'm not looking this up. I'm not doing this.
You know, I feel like Spidey Norman would be the least offensive channel.
I think just because, like, I don't know.
I mean, you could get him to just say Norman. That's a normal person's name.
That's true.
Okay, so you're one of those lucky people that, like, has a name that if you look it up, your channel will probably not pop up first.
Well, I hit jump and he didn't jump.
Hold on, let me check that.
Alright, so what should I have him? I have 250 characters. Hello there, Mr. Norman. This is like completely hypothetically. I'm just going into this right now.
He says, putting the money in. You are not even the first Spidey Norman channel.
Yeah, no.
Oh no, I was trying to add Spiny Norman to like my featured channels earlier today, and like 5 other channels popped up before yours. Okay, what the fuck?
So yeah, you can definitely say Spidey Norman, and I don't think. I mean, he'll probably think you're a band.
There's a band called.
Oh, there's a band named Spidey Norman. Holy shit.
There is indeed.
Damn. Okay. Cool.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I don't think
I hate that the water is insta-kill.
I feel like you might be overthinking it a little bit by not wanting to use your name, because it's not like, you know. It's not like he's gonna.
I also like. It's a fun idea, but it's also like hard to justify doing that.
I think it would be funny.
It would be funny, but it's also just like.
Yeah, I mean, it would entirely depend on, like, you want to save that for, like, something really special, you know?
Right.
If you're gonna do it at all.
My only fear there would be, like, how long does he have this cameo left?
Yeah.
But
I was about to say that. Like, I mean, to be fair here, if you don't know what to say, then there's no point, right?
Right, because I don't. I would just be like making shit up on the spot. But
yeah, and then see,
if
and
it
then
was like 100th episode of Spiny Norman, that could be like really special to have him on for that.
Yeah, I feel like the thing is, if the joke, like, okay, hear me out, right? It's funny now, but will it be funny to you later?
I think having Patrick Fabian actually in one of my videos would be like worth it, but it's also just like I wouldn't want to waste that. So like it would be good if there was like build up with like the Dr. Howard character than to have him actually appear.
Yeah, like I said, like it's good, but like, do you? Because I'd argue like
he's actually like Dr. Howard's father.
my son, Dr. Howard. Have you captured that best Spiny Norman yet? He says snooping is around as usual, I see.
You know, what'd be really funny is like, what if he is watching, like, what if he watches your shit?
He's like he's a big closeted Sonic fan.
Yeah. Well, no, he found your shit by a meme, and then he's like, yeah, this guy's good.
I'll give this game a lot of credit. When you game over, it is exactly the same as just fucking dying. I think you lose your battery charge, but that's it. So, continues take you back to the last checkpoint.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just modern games.
That's a good thing. Especially how old this game is. Spindle Norman. Yeah,
that just sounds kind of creepy.
The last calls on Sonic 1, the 3D Blast one's going to be a little late because Chris and I are working on it together. So it's a little bit more complicated. It's also going to have like a lot of illustrations. So honest to God, the Sonic 1 is also going to have a lot of illustrations.
Real talk. It's mainly because I had to move.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's gonna take longer. I feel like it's gonna take anytime like it's a collaborative effort. It's gonna take longer.
I feel like if I didn't have to move, we probably would have had it out. To be honest.
I don't know because there's a lot to go into. Like the 3D Blast one is kind of a big episode.
I mean written. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait.
The 3D Blast episode's kind of a big one.
This is where I came in.
It sure is.
What the fuck? Actually, what the fuck? I genuinely do not know what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
What the Buck show?
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna put you on the spot just because I can, and you can tell me to fuck off. But I'm gonna do it anyways. Why do you feel bad about that one joke you posted in the chat?
Because do you guys not get the context of that at all?
No. I didn't even really understand what was being said.
I think I get it.
Mitzi said, "Who here has an apartment?" And then Chris said, "Me." And the video is titled "Poorly Aged Clip."
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And that made me laugh when I was editing the video.
It was funny.
I just had no idea what was about to happen.
No, it's funny.
I didn't even say I felt bad. I just said it was the most dickish clip I've ever made.
I was talking to Olivia about it. Like, I think it's an overthought dickish joke because it's not really dickish. It's funny. I thought that's where it was going, but I'm like, that's not really dickish. That's just.
Yeah, I think you probably find it more dickish when I like do an edit, correct, and you restore in Persona.
No, that's funny.
When I asked Stuart, said I animate Stuart hanging himself.
Did you animate that?
No, Stuart said I did him in the recordings.
I think that's the best reaction to that.
So now I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna do it in the Sonic. You're gonna do it like that's how the last call ends for Sonic.
That's how Sonic X ends.
Yeah. Are you gonna do a last call for Sonic X?
Possibly if I feel like I.
There we go.
I think it could be.
All right, do a brain blast. Do the brain blast. Oh, hey, the game is running correctly now.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Why is it running correctly now?
Maybe because it's a cutscene.
Time to look for somewhere to use this.
Slows down his voice is really funny.
Dude, they expect you to walk across that. Oh, you got it. Never mind. The controls are better than I thought it would be.
No, this controls like pretty decently. I don't know where I'm supposed to go from here. I guess into the water and dying.
Into the Florpus.
Yes. Jimmy Neutron, Enter the Florpus. That famous Jimmy Neutron revival.
Yeah.
God, Netflix should do something with that, or Nickelodeon with that. Like, it's just like
From what I have read, there were plans for a Jimmy Neutron revival that fell through somehow.
I can explain. Viacom shit.
Hold on, I'm gonna. Ooh, whoa, hey, whoa! I did not want you to do that. Wow, I was just trying to look for some save states. I was just trying to like exit the game so I could do some save states, and you fucking closed the whole damn game on me. Oh, wow, fuck you. Hold on, can I at least kinda go back to where I was? There's like autosave shit going on. Can I kinda go back to where I was, or are you gonna take me to like the start of the level?
Oh, wow.
Because if you're gonna take me to the start of the level, that's the end of the stream, and also fuck you.
I don't blame you. Excuse me?
The shrine of
Oh.
Okay, that's the end of the stream. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming, everyone. Sorry we just abruptly fucking ended because my fucking the emulator just decided to stop working. Alright, but I mean that's a decent length, so whatever.
like 2 hours.
That's over 2 hours. These levels are long, man. I am not into it.
Get your money's worth.
All checkpoints or saving points, but like old games never did that.
Yeah. No, there are checkpoints throughout, but
no,
if you
he said the checkpoints are saving points. It's where the game saves.
yeah, that's bad. That's a bad thing that just happened. Anyways.
Yeah, no, okay, so to be fair here, I can explain exactly why they didn't do that at the time, and you're gonna go, that's stupid, but if you didn't have a memory card, there's no point in the game saving, and once we started getting into internal storage, it stopped being, like, an excuse.
Yeah. Anyways. Good night, everybody.
I